Good evening, everyone. We'll go ahead and call the Planning Commission meeting of May 28th to order at 6 p.m. If we could please have a roll call. Commissioner Santos?
Present.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Present.
Commissioner Franz? Present. And to state for the record, Vice Chairperson Rodriguez and Chairperson Fajardo are absent today. Thank you. And Chairman Santos, if you would please lead us in the pledge.
Thank you. Everybody stand up.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to item number 3, public comment for items not on the agenda. Do we have any today?
There are none.
Okay. Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public comment and move on to item number 4, which we will move over to the next scheduled meeting because we do not have enough people to approve the minutes. So we'll move on to item number 5, action items. Item 5.1, to adopt the planning resolution number 2109. Do we have a staff report?
We do. Hi, I'm Ray Trejo, General Manager of the Indio Water Authority, and today I'm going to present our capital improvement program to share with you the consistency to the general plan. So I'll go through a few slides and give you an overview of the projects that are, and its consistency sections to the general plan. So I'll start with the overview of a map that shows you the locations of 8 notable projects for this coming fiscal year. We're looking at plant rehabs, well rehabs, chromium-6 treatment facilities, some repairs of the plant interior aluminum stairway that's actually for reservoir, emergency interties as we continue to plan our system. We've all seen the fires that occurred in the LA area, and we want to make sure that with our neighbors we're prepared and ready to react to any of that with interties. And then we'll sum it up with item number 8, which is Avenue 50th, a pipeline that would loop the system between Jefferson and Madison. First project that I have before you is a replacement of a smaller tank at Plant 2. It's a project that does confirm the 2 policies specifically to the water supply and water facilities. And this project is located right off Monroe, just south of the 10 freeway. The next project is a well as rehabilitation. What we're trying to do is avoid our facilities from being replaced with new facilities. For example, drilling a new well now would cost about $5 million. So we invest approximately $500,000 to $700,000 to rehab a well, and what it does, it extends its useful life for another decade, if not longer. Again, this project conforms to the policies of the water supply and water facilities of the city's general plan. Next project, this is actually an existing treatment facility that we're going to modify and upgrade to conform to a new state policy that requires that we treat water to conform to chromium-6 levels. There's a couple facilities in our system that are just above the new level set by the state, which again is 5 times lower than the federal level, but nonetheless we have to adhere to that. So this is what's referred to as chromium-6 treatment upgrades, and that is a project that once again conforms to the city's general plan. Next project, similar to the prior project, which is chromium-6 treatment. This is an additional 3 locations that we're proposing wellhead treatment. And once again, projects conform to the city's general plan. Another project that is, again, at our headquarters, right off of 45th, just near Jackson. We have a reservoir that actually looks like a commercial building, but it's a reservoir that is hidden behind that facade, and we are replacing the internal components, rehabbing the reservoir to make sure, and again, extending the useful life, and it does conform to the city's general plan. Project number 6, again, referencing back the fires and any type of emergency in this area would not necessarily be fires. It would probably be earthquakes or any tropical storms like we experienced 2 years ago with Hillary. So we are preparing, looking to interconnect with our neighbors to ensure that there's water that can flow each way in the event of an emergency. So we'll be placing vaults and putting multi-directional valves in there to allow us to supply water not only to our neighbors, but also allow our neighbors, notably Mayona Dooms and CVWD, to transfer water back and forth in the event of an emergency, and again confirms to the city's general plan. Next project is a regional project with CVWD that requires relocation of a pipeline due to a regional stormwater project. I think we've seen a lot of activity on North Indio, right around 42nd and Madison. That project, once again, requires that we disturb our pipeline. This is a major transmission pipe, 24-inch line that will be relocated, and again confirms to the city's general plan. And the final project here is the Avenue 50th pipeline that will be constructed between Jefferson and Madison. That does not have a pipe right now, so we have a major loop that will help the overall system's pressure on the south, and it also increases reliability in the event of any outages on Jefferson, that's a dead end, or any outages on Madison. We'd be able to loop the system through Avenue 50. That project should start shortly, right around July. Once again, 18-inch line, just over a mile, and it confirms to the city's general plan. So today's recommendation is as follows. Must I read it, or? I see no, I see yes, and I see no. Thank you for that. I'll stand by for any questions.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions of staff?
Yes. I do have some questions, especially for project number 8. So you said that it's going to be the pipeline, right? So it's going to be over a mile?
Correct.
Okay, and then how long is going to take to get it built?
Yes, so we have the lowest bidder was Jones Brother. They are now given a notice to proceed to acquire the pipe materials, which we do have some. So the total construction disturbance that you would see on the city as it moves along is approximately 3 months.
3 months, and then what's like an estimate start line? Like when?
So we're looking to start, depending on the how quickly they can acquire 18-inch pipeline. This is ductile iron pipe. It's somewhat rarely available, but we want to make sure that they have that by July. So we're looking for a notice to proceed July 1st. We purposely waited till the festivals were done to proceed with this project.
Smart.
So July, August, September. We're looking to start July, maybe end October if there's any delays on supply acquisition. That's really the key right now, is that something larger than 12-inch typically takes a little longer to acquire, but someone local like Jones Brothers typically has good access to these materials. So again, July through October would be the time frame that we see that disturbance.
And that street will be completely closed for 3 months, correct?
Not completely closed. You'll have access. We're going to have traffic control along the alignment. And what typically does when we construct pipeline, we typically construct not more than 800 feet of disturbance at a time. But you will have some different type of traffic control. We'll have detour signs if necessary during night work. We try to do a lot of the tie-ins at night work, but in this case, you will have access to a lane. You'll have what you'll typically see, a flag person, slow signs, stop signs to get that traffic flowing. So it will have full access, but again, it will be some disturbance during the summer heat.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for those questions.
I just wanted to make one quick comment. So tonight, as a reminder, the commission is not approving these projects, but making sure that the activities and the uses that are proposed are consistent with the general plan. So just a reminder, these go through a separate vetting and go to city council for approval of a capital improvement plan, et cetera. So just general plan consistency as a reminder.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Nope. Is this something we need to open up for public comment? No? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Ray. We'll go ahead and open up this time for public comment on this item. Do I have anyone who is wanting to speak? Not seeing any. We'll go ahead and close the public comment. We still need a motion to approve, right? Okay, so anybody have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have roll call, please. Commissioner Santos?
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Yes.
Commissioner Franz?
Yes,
Motion carries.
and thank you for keeping the water flowing.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to public hearing item 6.1, conditional approval of a tenant parcel map 38805. If we could please have staff. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, members of the Planning Commission. My name is Gustavo Gomez, Principal Planner with the Community Development Department. The item before you is tentative parcel map number 38805, case number Plan TPM 250008 for your consideration. The applicant, Coachella Valley Housing Coalition, is requesting approval of tentative parcel map number 38805. The project is located south of Dr. Carrion and west of Van Buren Street. Assessor parcel number is 612-170-013 and parcel number 612-21006 and 021. The site has a general plan land use designation of Connected Neighborhood High and zoned multifamily residential under the Fred Young specific plan. The project site is generally located southerly of Dr. Carrion, west of Van Buren Street, north of Avenue 48, and easterly of Calhoun Street. The project is surrounded by residential towards the north and west of the site, public school and the city of Coachella to the south, and the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission and unincorporated county of Riverside to the east. The tentative parcel map proposes to create 2 parcels and a remainder. Parcel 1 is approximately 2.58 acres in size. Parcel 2 is approximately 5.52 acres, and the remainder parcel is approximately 25.87 acres. Just a quick background on the Fred Young specific plan. In 2010, the City of Indio approved the specific plan, which designated, which was designed to allow multifamily units, townhomes, attached and detached single-family units, as depicted here in the land use map. The specific plan allows for the development of those units to be built in a series of phases, as shown here in the phasing map, with the overall projected project built out to take several years. The purpose of the map is to support future development of 150 residential units, including 100 multifamily units and 50 senior housing units, in keeping with the intent of the Fred Young specific plan. Staff has carefully reviewed the proposal and has found that the project is compliant with the City of Indio General Plan 2040, the Fred Young specific plan, and the Unified Development Code. The project is compliant with the Subdivision Map Act, and the project is categorically exempt from the environmental environmental review pursuant to Section 15162, subsequent EIRs and negative declarations in conformance with the California Environmental Quality Act guidelines. With the application of the relevant conditions of approval, the project can be approved, and the conditions of approval are binding and must be adhered to. With that, staff recommends the Planning Commission to approve resolution number 2114, conditionally approving tentative parcel map number 38805, case number Plan TPM 250008. That concludes my staff report. I'm here to answer the staff is here and the applicant is here to answer any questions the commission may have.
Thank you, Gustavo. Do you have any questions? You're good? Okay, does the applicant want to step up? We'll go ahead and open the public hearing if they have a presentation or anything to add. No? No? Okay, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Do we have any requests from the public to speak on this item? There are none. There are none. Not seeing any, we'll close the public hearing. Do we have any questions or do we have a motion? I think this is pretty straightforward.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Yeah, roll call, please. Commissioner Santos?
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Yes.
Commissioner Franz?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to the project. Absolutely. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to item 6.2. This is the Indio Grand Marketplace additions, and I'm assuming we have a staff report.
Yes, there is. Good evening, members of the Planning Commission. My name is Nicolas Huitron, Assistant Planner with the Community Development Department. Item 6.2 is a request for planning review approval for the Grand Marketplace additional commercial pads, identified under case file number plan PRD 240014. The applicant, John Adams of AO Architects, on behalf of the Hagen Company, is proposing the development of 2 single-story commercial buildings totaling approximately 12,800 square feet. These buildings are intended for general retail, food, and medical service uses. The project site is located at 82227 Highway 111 within Assessor's parcel number 614-020-027, with the Midtown land use designation and the mixed-use corridor zone of the Highway 111 corridor specific plan. The total site area is approximately 1.48 acres. This map highlights the location of the project site. It's situated along the south side of Highway 111, just west of Rubidoux Street, and fronts the northern boundary of the existing Indio Grand Marketplace. The site lies within the sub-area 18 of the specific plan, and as you can see from the surrounding development patterns along the north side of the corridor, commercial uses are consistent with the character and land use vision of this area. The site plan shows 2 new buildings labeled 2A and 2B with associated parking, ADA compliant walkways, bicycle storing, and new landscaping. The buildings are positioned to maintain a strong street presence along Highway 111 while meeting the build to and setback requirements outlined in the specific plan. The building elevations show both buildings will range between 24 and 29 feet in height and include parapet designs and articulated facades. While the structures are only 1 story, the project qualifies as a limited land use under Section 3.14 of the corridor specific plan, which allows such developments subject to Planning Commission approval. The proposed landscape includes perimeter landscaping, internal tree islands within the parking lot, and drought-tolerant species throughout the site. The project proposes approximately 18% landscaping coverage, which exceeds the minimum of 10% requirement established in the Highway 111 corridor specific plan. Additionally, 9 mature fan palms trees are located along the northern edge of the site fronting Highway 111, and they will be preserved in place. A condition of approval has been included requiring the protection of these palms, and a tree protection plan must be submitted as part of the final landscape application to the Planning Division. This project qualifies as a limited land use under Section 3.14 of the specific plan. Sub-area 18 allows up to 3 limited land use developments. As of this review, none have been approved, making this the first limited land use in this sub-area. The proposed development meets the intent of this provision by introducing near-term commercial reinvestment that supports long-term corridor revitalization. And following the issuance of Resolution 2113 for the Grand Marketplace through the posting of tonight's agenda, in consultation with the applicant in a detailed internal review, staff has revised Condition 18 to clarify that compliance with the city's 50% shading requirement for parking areas will be achieved upon completion of the broader Grand Marketplace redevelopment project. The revised condition also includes language requiring any future modifications to be submitted to the Planning Division for review and approval by the Community Development Director. Additionally, staff is removing Condition 24, which requires transparent windows along the Highway 111 frontage. This recommendation is based on our determination that the project satisfies the specific plan's frontage activation intent through a publicly accessible pedestrian plaza located in between the proposed buildings. This design element complies with Section 3.14 of the Highway 111 corridor specific plan related to limited land uses. The applicant is in agreement with these revisions. The project is consistent with the General Plan 2040, the Unified Development Code, and the Highway 111 corridor specific plan. The project is categorically exempt from CEQA under a Class 32 exemption for infill development pursuant to CEQA Guidelines Section 315332. All infrastructure and improvements have been addressed through the conditions of approval, which are binding and upon the applicant and must be adhered to. With that, staff recommends the Planning Commission approve Resolution 2113 with the updated conditions and removal of Condition 24. Case file number Plan PRD 240014 for the Indio Grand Marketplace. That concludes my presentation. I'm available for any questions that you may have. The applicant is here as well with the presentation.
Great, thank you, Nico. Anybody have any questions of staff at this point?
No.
Not at this time.
All right, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing and ask the applicant to step up. Thank you.
Thank you, Nico. Good evening, Chair, Commissioners, and staff. My name is Tarek Shire. I'm a land use consultant for the Hagen Company. And with me here this evening is Mr. Hagen himself, owner of the Hagen Company, along with Don Kelly, the president of the Hagen Company, the Hagen team, and our land use attorney, as well as the architect and engineers by Zoom to answer any technical questions you may have for us. I first want to thank staff for their support and help throughout the process, and we're really grateful to their hard work, which shows in the staff report. We are here tonight before you to seek your approval for case plan PRD 24-0014. This is really a great project that does meet the vision and objectives of the Highway 111 specific plan, as well as the zoning and the general plan. We're here because the project total size exceeds the 5,000 square foot threshold, and therefore we're here seeking your approval through this review. As staff mentioned, this is an initial phase of a multi-phase redevelopment of the Indio Marketplace. And with that, we're going to be coming back before you for the subsequent phases. However, for the time being, we're going to be building two buildings, the proposal before you. And it's really critical to get these approved and built first so we can move some tenants from the existing mall over to this phase. The Hagen Company will be investing well over $3.5 million on this project and will improve its the adjacency. It will improve the frontage of the Highway 111. It will activate the street front with patios and open space. It will also improve the site. It will add numerous trees and improve the landscape. So we really want to thank you for your support, and we hope to get your approval tonight. We're here to answer any questions. My presentation is brief, frankly, because staff has done a phenomenal job putting together a great document. But I'm here to answer any of your questions, as well as the Hagen team, Mr. Hagen. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have questions of the applicant at this time?
No.
Not at this time.
Thank you.
I have one. Sorry, I didn't let you get very far. So I've been around the block a couple of times. So the mall has got a long history in Indio. So first of all, I'm excited to see some activity there. And you mentioned phases. So can you give me maybe a little bit more of a timeline? You know, it sounds like these two buildings need to go up as soon as possible. Can you share a little bit more about what the big plan is?
Absolutely, Commissioner. I did anticipate the question because I've been here before you as well in the past. I'm going to give you a straight answer, and that is we are in the exploration phase with different tenants. As we identify the tenants and we get letter of intents from them, we're able to define the site plan in a better manner, and with that also define the timeline. We are fully committed, the Hagen Company is fully committed in proceeding forward with a redevelopment, but again, we need to confirm who the tenants are and what their timing is. So as far as when the phases will be, I do know that we would like to start construction on this building before the end of the year. And I do know that we would like to be done with the construction of this building by sometime in Q3, Q4 of next year, 2026. Please keep in mind these times may slip based on approvals and building permits. But that's the intent. And along the same lines, we will be working with the different tenants and with staff on the redevelopment effort of the balance of the mall. And we will come back before you multiple times to present our vision and ideas.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. No other questions for the applicant? Thank you. Do we have anyone in the public that would like to speak on this item?
We don't.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Do we have any questions or deliberation among us?
I'm just very excited that we're gonna, like you said, we're gonna have some movement, you know. This is an area that we need new businesses coming in, so I'm very excited about it.
Being a native, being born and raised in the Coachella Valley, like the other commissioner mentioned, the Indio Mall brings a lot of history, and that I think a lot of people are looking forward for this project, and I do appreciate the Hagen Company bringing this project into to the city of Indio, and so thank you.
Okay. Open the public hearing. Mr. Hagan?
My name's Alex Hagan, and I've been before, not you particular commissioners, but commissioners in the City Hall since 1983. So we've been out here a long time. I was asked actually by the city some years ago to go ahead and try to save the mall. It actually happened way before, when we had an exclusive negotiating agreement, and it didn't go ahead. This is back when Mark Lopez was was a city councilman and didn't want us to proceed. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go forward, but maybe it was fortunate because the project that we're proposing now and that we bring to the city wasn't available at that time. What we want to do now is something really spectacular for the city, and so when my people don't know the exact timeline, it really is driven by the tenants, and we don't want to rush that because the idea is not just to get some tenants in here in a mall, but to get the best we can get, because we're competing with La Quinta, we're competing with the West Valley and the East Valley, and even we're competing with ourselves as the city of Indio across on the other side of the freeway. So very important for my team to go ahead and get really the best possible tenants, the right mix of tenants, and the right look for this center. And I believe that they're really working towards that. We have some potentially very exciting tenants coming in, and I think that they'll do a spectacular job. So I'm very proud to be able to do this. Like I say, I've been out here since 1983, and I think you know us maybe mostly from the music festival and the polo grounds. We have other properties in Indio, and but this is going to be very important because we view this as kind of the heartbeat and the core of downtown Indio. We're not downtown, but we're right in the middle of Indio and right at the main streets coming in. So I think that we can provide something that not only will help this particular intersection ourselves, but really all of downtown. And the tenants that we get will really say what other tenants will want to come. When you get great tenants, other tenants follow, not just for our center, from the other centers around the whole community. So again, we're very pleased to be able to bring this to Indio. I want to work closely with you, and I want to thank you for your time. Any questions you have for me?
Thank you, Mr. Hagan. Any questions?
No, sir, thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you, Mr. Hagan, for bringing this project together here to the city of Indio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? No. Okay, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Any questions of staff?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a motion?
I raised a motion to approve.
Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Santos,
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz,
Yes.
Commissioner Franz,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you very much. This is an area that I'm going to really look forward to seeing some construction on. Thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to item 7, commissioner comments. Do we have any?
I just want to thank the staff for like all the hard work that they do to put these presentations together. It really is helpful. So thank you, staff.
Okay, I don't have any, so we'll go ahead and move on to item number 8, staff items.
Yes, I have two items. The first is a quick update on the East Indio Corridor Annexation Study. If we can pull that up, I think I have one slide. I don't know if in the back they can put that up. Yep, there it is. So just a quick little slide here. So the City Council did get a presentation about 2 weeks ago on the area there in yellow. It's approximately 3,300 acres. I just want to let the commission know that it was received well, and they're going to come back, the consultant as well as staff, with studies and constraints and different analyses that have occurred in that area, and then decide on moving towards phase 2 of studying this area. It's within our sphere of influence, and so it is a potential area that we want to annex for more jobs. Other than that, I'll have another report maybe in either July or August as far as how that was received by the City Council. And I just wanted to make sure that I highlighted that, since it was a presentation around 2 weeks ago at the City Council meeting. The second item is I've been trying to get the Economic Development Director to do a presentation, a gap analysis, but there's just been a lot of hits and misses, but he is going to come back on June 11th. So he will come back, do a presentation. As you know, this was triggered because of gas stations, and the gas station was denied by the commission, and so there was this need and request to dive a little deeper in the analysis. And as far as gas stations, we are going to come back later too on some potential, just not right at this moment, criteria to screen and potentially limit the number of gas stations in the city. More to come on that, but the goal is to present some research and findings to you, and then we would take that to the City Council, and then they would decide if they wanted to move forward with either a code amendment or potentially just continue to monitor it, because we will have another gas station coming up really soon. The Walmart Fuel Center probably will be coming here in the next month or so. So other than that, that's all I have for the two staff items, unless there's questions by the commission.
Thank you. Any questions of staff?
No, thank you, and thank you for letting us know, reference the project for the East Indio Employment Corridor for the City Council. I did attend that, so thank you for the invite on that.
Thank you very much. There are no other items. I guess we can adjourn at 6:32 until our next regularly scheduled meeting on June 11th, 2025. Thank you, everyone.